guards up, reverse layup. Oh, what a play for Randy Pottis with the left hand.
Greetings, everyone. Dan Webster of MN Sports, welcoming you to continuing coverage of the 2009 City of Lakes Loppet from the urban paradise of winter fun, Minneapolis, Minnesota. New to the Uptown Mall this year is the Snow Sculpturing Contest, sponsored by the Southwest Journal. Participants young and old were given 4x4 by 8-foot blocks of snow to work with. And with some imagination and ingenuity, the sculptors were able to create some mighty fine works of art for the weekend festivities. Inside the main tent facility in Uptown, the volunteer staffers are taking continuing registrations for the many events taking place this weekend. Thanks to such a coordinated online registration effort, once participants even reached the tent, all was ready and waiting for them. When at the main tent, of course, the perfect thing to do is to purchase any of the official Loppet merchandise you can lay your hands on. For those volunteering to help throughout the Loppet weekend, staff at the information table is able to assist them with getting to their events. By the way, all Loppet volunteers receive an official Loppet winter cap. And what would a large-scale event like this be without the many vendors and sponsors who help make the Loppet weekend all worthwhile? Here we find pitmaster John Begulk serving up a helping of pulled chicken to one of Minneapolis's finest officers on duty. A new racing event has been added to the Saturday Loppet agenda in 2009. It's the Penn Ice Cycle Loppet, featuring racers from around the Midwest. Cyclists on studded tires race around a short track set up on the ice lagoon of Lake of the Isles. There are 3 levels of competition: the advanced, intermediate, and novice levels. Each level's finals has the racers cycling the course over a period of minutes, plus one final lap to be crowned the Ice Cycle champion. The combination of twists and turns along with the sprint straightaways made this new event of the Loppet weekend a new fan favorite. This is some seriously wild cycling, folks. It's like watching roller derby with cycles on ice. Also on Lake of the Isles, another fan favorite, the Chuck and Don Ski Joring Loppet, featuring the combination of Nordic skiers with their favorite racing dogs. This year's Ski Joring Loppet had the largest amount of registered racers in all of North America. Ski Joring teams of 1 or 2 dogs race around the 5-kilometer course on Lake of the Isles toward the Uptown Mall. Not only does the skier have to have fast-moving dogs, but those dogs also must have a good sense of direction and focus. On this day, Amy Cooper of Wisconsin and her 2 companions, Poco and Flynn, beat the best of the rest from the United States and Canada to claim the 2009 Ski Joring Loppet title. Next on the racing agenda was the 2009 Rossignol Junior Loppet, featuring some of the best 10 through 16-year-olds the region had to offer. Like last year, these juniors started at the Uptown Mall and raced around the 5-kilometer course on Lake of the Isles. After seeing our coverage from last year's Junior Loppet, the amount of participants nearly doubled. Many coaches from the area high school Nordic programs like for their junior varsity and young varsity skiers to participate in this event, as it helps the kids build upon their racing resumes and build confidence for the future. Finishing first amongst the boys was 14-year-old Riley Macon of Rochester Mayo High School. The freshman said he was thrilled to win, especially because Rochester currently has no state high school Nordic team. Well, folks, hopefully that can change soon. For the gals coming up the Uptown Mall, claiming first place was 15-year-old Sarah Peterson of Hastings High School. The freshman is the daughter of noted Nordic racer Paul Peterson, who, by the way, is getting ready for his second deployment to Iraq. Together, Sarah and Riley show that southern Minnesota Nordic skiing is to be considered when considering our Nordic stars of tomorrow. Next on the Loppet schedule was the famous Sons of Norway Mini-Loppet. Busloads upon busloads of children from both the inner city and throughout piled onto the Uptown Mall in record numbers. Year after year, folks, this event simply gets more popular, introducing kids to the thrill of Nordic skiing. The Mini-Loppet unites children from diverse backgrounds and brings them all together through your donations to the City of Lakes Nordic Ski Foundation. And that makes this young lady very happy. With the Norwegian and American flags in the hands of the Southwest High School leaders, the Mini-Loppet got going down and back along the Uptown Mall. The Mini-Loppet course spanned about 1 kilometer in distance this year. Next to this collection of elementary-aged kids were even younger kids getting their first try at the Super Carnival. All in all, you could not have asked for a better day to bring the kids out and enjoy an afternoon on skis. The name of the game for everyone here, folks, young and old, is having fun on the snow. Oh, and of course, kids of the Mini-Loppet also get free cookies and hot chocolate at the finish line. Once the kids have cleared the course from the Uptown Mall, it's time for the power and speed associated with the Toko Finsisu Sprint races. Here in the Masters Division, Mark Beitz takes the title over Piotr Bednarski. Together, Piotr and Mark show that as intense as the sprints competitions can be, long-lasting friendships are even more important. For the young ladies of the high school division, last year's runner-up became this year's girls champion, as Southwest High School senior Rosie Frankowski went perfect in her heats to claim the title. Likewise for the guys, last year's runner-up also became this year's champion, as Wayzata High School senior Casey Basco went perfect on the day to claim his boys' title. In the elite men's division, the Uptown audience was treated as well as nighttime set in. Here, former world record sprints holder Kevin Hochtel of Vail, Colorado made easy work in claiming the elite men's title. The main event for this day's sprints races belonged to the elite women, as last year's sprints and Loppet champion Carolyn Bramante would try to defend her title against the new United States National Cross Country Skiing champion Caitlin Compton. It was the 2006 Olympian against the want-to-be 2010 Olympian. After the first turn, it was Bramante heading down the back stretch in the lead. At this point, Compton is third behind Sarah Morse of Minneapolis. Bramante held the lead after the second turn, but as these women headed up the mall for their second of 3 legs, we saw Compton on your left start to make her move. Now it's Bramante and Morse looking ahead at the new leader. And as these women came up the final home stretch, it was the 28-year-old Caitlin Compton, now of Minneapolis, showing why she is ready for the World Championships later in February 2009. After the race, Compton could only say the best of things about her mentor and friend.
She does. She's always a huge inspiration. I think the one thing that Carolyn does the best is how she can manage to just take on so many good things at once, and she just succeeds in all of them. It's awesome, and she just keeps me motivated and keeps me inspired, which, always helps in training for such a grueling sport like this.
Finally, after all the high drama of a day of racing, it was time for some good old-fashioned everyday people fun. That's right, it was the Luminary Loppet to help benefit the children's programs of the City of Lakes Nordic Ski Foundation. Last year saw a record 2,700 participants take part in the Luminary. Well, this year's Luminary event shattered that mark as more than 4,000 people graced the night sky for a pure evening of family fun. If there's one winter event you simply must try, it's the Luminary Loppet on the candlelit 5-kilometer course of Lake of the Isles. After the Luminary, come back to the Uptown Mall warming tent for the Saturday evening party. Log on to the cityoflakeslopet.com website for more details.